Depending on who you're listening to, the coronavirus is a big deal, or it's not. As Christ followers, we are called to love others in all things. But if you're anything like me, you are not thrilled with what the coronavirus has done to your life. You're feeling fine, and all of a sudden you're highly encouraged to stay stuck at home for the next month. I mean, sure, you can now do your schoolwork in your pajamas, but when do you get to see your friends in person again? And what about all those things you've been working so hard to prepare for, like a play or a concert? Maybe there was something else you were looking forward to. March Madness, perhaps? I feel like this redefines March Madness. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I get it. I was that kid in school who didn't like snow days. Right? I know, right? But a snow day put me out of routine, out of control in some ways. Even last year with Snowmageddon and being a teacher, I struggled a little bit. I like to be in control. Maybe some of you can relate. I've been driving around town, running errands and stuff. It seems like every song that comes on the Christian radio station speaks in some way to the new situation. For example, symphony. I have some lyrics here. Sometimes it's hard to breathe. All these thoughts, they shout at me, try to bring me to my knees, and it's overwhelming. Darkness echoes all around. Feels like everything is crashing down. Still, I know where my hope is found, and it's only in you. You say you're working everything for my good, and I believe every word. 'Cause even in the madness, there is peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all the chaos, you are writing a symphony. The opposite of a symphony is a cacophony. Chaos, in other words. The song even uses the word. Even in the madness, there is peace. In the madness, there's God. Oh yeah, there's God! It's so easy for us to think that we have to face difficulties alone. It's part of our culture as independent Americans, but it is also so backwards from what God really wants for us, complete dependence on Him. With so many unanswered questions, I can't think of a better time to be fully dependent on God. I think of verses like Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. Psalm 46:1-3 speaks even more closely to the situation. God is our refuge and strength and ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way, and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam, and the mountains quake with their surging. I think countless verses like these throughout the Bible speak to God's care, faithfulness, and power. I think it's pretty clear that God wants us to understand that when things feel like they are out of control, God is in control. But the truth is, many of us are living in a different reality right now, and in some ways, I think it's a good thing. How many of us are left with very little to do now that we can't report to school, play or watch sports, or practice many of the activities usually available to us? The coronavirus is actually allowing us to do something we don't often do. Slow down. Sure, being stuck at home can mean more hours on your YouTube or InstaChat, but why not take this opportunity to experience the natural beauty of God's creation? That doesn't just mean go for a walk or play in the backyard, although sounds like a great idea to me. But you can also celebrate God's creation of your intelligence by doing a puzzle or baking. And no, this isn't just for the ladies. How about appreciating God's amazing gift of family and playing a game with your siblings instead of finding ways to avoid them? Teach them Settlers of Catan. That'll take hours. And of course, what an awesome opportunity to spend more time reading the Bible and praying. These are not always fun things, but they are incredibly valuable to your relationship with Jesus. You may want to consider doing your homework as well, but no one says you have to shower first or even change out of your pajamas. Except Mom. If Mom says to change your pajamas, you definitely should.